There are a ton of bosses in the early part of Borderlands 3 that drop some awesome legendaries that you don't want to miss. Sometimes these bosses can be hard to find as well. So in this video I want to run down some awesome legendaries that are totally nice for your arsenal and also where you can get them. So let's get into it. Would be awesome if you could leave a like on the video as it shows your support. And let's go. Let's start with an awesome, pretty rare grenade that you can get in the Meridian Metroplex region over here on the map. It's for one of the crew challenge targets that you need to kill, Baron Noggin. And the grenade that he can drop is called EMP and is highly effective against shields. And when I say highly effective, I really mean it. Melting shields from the armored humanoids, for example. So you can immediately drop their health afterwards. And it also has a pretty great radius, so multiple enemies will lose their shields after you throw this one. So it's really nice to get, but it might take some time. You can kill the Baron fast, but he mostly drops bad loot, so you have to do him multiple times before you can get the grenade. You can of course farm him by quitting to the main menu after you killed him and then hitting continue again. You will then spawn near a vehicle point, like your lost checkpoint, so then you can grab a car and go to the sewers again, where he will respawn so you can test your luck. In an area nearby in Electra City, there's another boss that you want to know about, or actually two bosses that fight you at the same time, called Rick and Morty. Yes, that is totally inspired by Rick and Morty, and you see that thanks to their look as well. It's pretty cool. So first you have to get to Electra City. You can easily get there via the Meridian Metroplex by going to this exit, and then when you load into this region, you want to go up the stairs and then hold on to your right until you reach the parking lot that is down there, and then you will have the two bosses spawn. So that is over here on the map. And going back to the gameplay, it is like on your right hand side, but you have to be lucky because sometimes they will simply not show up. So then just quit back to the main menu and reload into Electra City again. We had to kill the duo 3 times to get the legendary redundant V-Bird shotgun that has great accuracy and is also nice for long range attacks thanks to being a Hyperion gun. So you also get this handy shield when aiming down sights. But every shot has 2 bullets, and the big downside is the insane long reload time that this gun has. So while it can be nice to take out some enemies with a ton of health, you have to keep that reload in mind. It does look awesome though, in my opinion. A gun that I like a little better can also be found on Promethea, but actually in another region than the two we already mentioned in this video. Namely Skywell, that you will get to for one of the pretty early main missions. You can easily go back to this location by going to your map, going to Promethea, and then selecting Skywell there as an option. There's a fast travel point at the start of this region, so you will have to travel before we get to where we have to go, but it will be worth it because here you will find Handsome Jackie. Yes, the lady variant. By the way, shout out to YouTuber Dentix for highlighting this target on his channel. I will leave a link to his video in the video description. So what you want to do is follow the same path that you took in the main story mission. It's not that hard. At one point you have to go through the shaft again and then also jump down here to get into this area where you will find Handsome Jackie. Like, walk in a straight line as you see right here on the map. I put a cursor down where we need to go. And then you will also pass by the checkpoint, so where you will respawn after quitting to the main menu and pressing continue again to have the boss respawn. But of course, fingers crossed that you get the gun the first time. So when you leave this sort of red indoor area, you have to go to the left and then jump down on a platform and then jump to the left, and then Zero will start talking to you because she's a target of opportunity. But she might not appear immediately, like she should come through the door, maybe have some patience, and then when she comes out, you want to kill her like full force. She namely has a shield that recharges pretty fast. So just give everything that you got and then bam, you will kill her. And I actually got her signature gun the first time already, but that's totally not guaranteed. So then you have to just quit to the main menu after killing her and restart the game again. You then spawn nearby so you can easily farm her. And you want to do that because you get a pretty awesome Jacobs shotgun. I got the Iron-Willed Nimble Jack version. Jack can be nimble, Jack can be quick, Jack jump up and kill lunatics is the description. And it already gives away that the special perk has to do with jumping. Because when you namely jump, you get an insane accuracy buff, as you see, thanks to the way smaller crosshair when in the air. You can easily aim for the head now and then also get that crit that then goes to other targets as well, like with every Jacob's gun. Or if you are flag like me, you can use the fade away ability and have guaranteed crits for a short time and then have the bullets fly everywhere and hit all the targets. Although I would argue that there are better options for this combo with a shotgun, because you have to reload after each shot. So this gun is more for awesome tricks while in the air, killing the targets before you hit the ground. Let's continue with a special boss drop from a creature on Athena, so that you can actually go to before going to Handsome Jackie. I already highlighted this creature in my farm tactic video that you can easily do at an early level on Athena's. I will link to it at the end of this video so you can watch it if you haven't already. So this farm tactic actually starts with this creature and it's in the middle of the Athena's region map. So you have to go here first by running from that travel point at the beginning to the point near the bridge. So just ignore the enemies if you want, or kill them, do whatever you want. And then instead of going over the bridge, you want to go to the left. And then to the left again to climb over the rocks with the yellow paint. Here you will immediately find this very easy to kill creature that I'm melting right now with my Fire Children of the Vault weapon, a purple weapon. The boss really has no chance, and while this creature can drop multiple legendaries, the signature drop is a Chupa's organ that you can throw and it will stick to an enemy, and that enemy will take damage over time, but you actually get some health back as well, so that's pretty great. So while it will try and stick to a target that is nearby, also make sure that you throw it their way to make it as easy as possible. Next up is an enemy that is very generous and actually drops legendaries pretty often, but as far as I know, it can only drop versions of the Western gun legendary Molly 1 weapon that has 2 elemental fire options that are random each time. So at one point you have the corrosive damage and the shock damage, and another weapon can also have the shock but incendiary as another fire option. You can easily switch between these elements thanks to the second fire option, so if one enemy is resist against your current element, why not easily switch to the other element that does deal damage. So you should totally be able to farm this boss to get the combination of the 2 elements that you want. So apart from the different elements, there are also different versions of this Western gun that we see with the other legendaries as well. The Stark is, I think, the most common one and kind of the balanced one in terms of stats. Then we got the Mocking variant that seems to have a shorter reload time, the Sublime variant that has less accuracy but more weapon charging speed, and the Compressing variant has a better fire rate, but also in the Stark variants they do kind of differ in terms of stats. So not sure if that is like the real impact of the different names. But of course your input is more than welcome in the comments down below. What all these weapons have in common though are the splash damage radius, meaning that even if you slightly miss the target, you still do damage to them. So this is totally an interesting selection of weapons for your elemental needs. So before you can farm this boss, you first have to complete the Invasion of Privacy side mission from Ava on Sanctuary 3. So you can access it after she is on your ship. Now you have to go back to Athena's and collect some stuff from her, and at the end of this mission you will encounter a very tiny boss called Private Beans, who can respawn then in that exact location after you completed this mission. So totally do this boss and also the creature we discussed before this video, and then you got some pretty cool farming going on. Maybe do another boss after that as well. I will tell you everything you need to know in that early game farm tactic video that you can watch by clicking on the screen. Subscribe for everything Borderlands 3 if you haven't already. I will have way more tips and tricks coming your way, and already up on the channel by the way, for if you haven't checked them out. And at the end of every Borderlands video we want to open a golden chest on Sanctuary 3 to see if we can get an awesome legendary from that. So let's do that right now. Okay Dennis, it's time. You did your wave. Do it again.
I missed it. Can do it again. Can do it again.
I missed it. Yeah.
The good luck wave. The good luck wave.
Otherwise we can't begin. You had a legendary last time, so hopefully I got some luck.
Oh,
yes.
I see one for you too.
Widowmaker.
There you go.
Widowmaker. Oh, is
that
it a Overwatch reference?
Could be.
Oh.
Oh.
What's going on?
That looks like a giant.
Oh yeah, this
that looks like a giant mine.
This must be a Widowmaker reference, like that you could.
Yeah, the poison mine she has.
And then it's. goes away, or that you can maybe see the enemies or something behind the cover.
You know what I think? We should probably, if we duel,
Oh, yeah, really?
you can test it on me. So just throw it on the ground and I'll walk into
This is
it.
a great thing that we should do every time. Okay, where's does it start? We'll just
It's starting in. It takes one. There you go. 9, 8. Oh, now we actually see a countdown.
Yeah, nice.
So just throw it on the ground. I'm gonna step to the side and then I'll
Okay.
walk into it. See what happens.
Fight.
Right, here we go. What does this do? It doesn't do anything.
Oh.
Throw another one.
Where is it?
It did a little bit of poison damage. Oh,
it's
here's
on.
jabbers.
What the heck?
What is
Go
happening?
go in again. It's very... Okay, we have to figure... Oh! Yeah, I think it decks on you and then it like sticks. See it? Oh,
Yeah,
that's my
it definitely
jabber
is
doing
doing some damage now.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, now you're gonna kill me. No.
That's
Okay,
not
subscribe
we
for
need
way
to
more
finish
Borderlands
it.
free coverage. We will have way more videos on legendary guns and stuff like that up really soon. Like the video to support the channel. Check out the previous video on a nice speed farm, which you can already do in the game while I'm getting killed. Okay, goodbye.